At the last major surf contest where the world's top surfers gathered in Australia, sharks attacking people nearby prompted organizers to suddenly cancel the event. But sharks aren't the only thing competitive surfers have to worry about. What if only lackluster waves show up? Mother Nature plays a major factor when holding an event, and she doesn't always deliver. Then, there's the daunting task of building mini-cities on the sanded contest stops, at times on remote beaches. In this September 2017 photo provided by World Surf League, 11-time world champion Kelly Slater rides a wave at the Future Classic surfing meet in Lemoore, Calif. Slater has not only found what could be the perfect wave but he's created it. Slater will introduce his surf ranch in Lemoore to the world this weekend, when the two-day Founders Cup of Surfing is held on May 5 and 6, 2018, in a nondescript corner of California's Central Valley, some 100 miles from the Pacific Ocean. Kenneth Morris, World Surf League via AP. The Founders Cup will honor legends of the sport, including Australian and Laguna Beach resident Ian Kearns, second from the left. Photo, WSL. The gallery will resume in seconds in this September 2017 photo provided by World Surf League. Future Classic runner-up and six-time world champion Stephanie Gilmore, of Australia, rides a wave at the Future Classic surfing meet in Lemoore, Calif. Surfing star Kelly Slater has not only found what could be the perfect wave but he's created it. Slater will introduce his surf ranch in Lemoore to the world this weekend, when the two-day Founders Cup of Surfing is held on May 5 and 6, 2018, in a nondescript corner of California's Central Valley, some 100 miles from the Pacific Ocean. Kenneth Morris, World Surf League via AP. In this September 2017 photo provided by World Surf League, 11-time world champion Kelly Slater looks out at his surf ranch in Lemoore, Calif. Slater has not only found what could be the perfect wave but he's created it. Slater will introduce his surf ranch to the world this weekend, when the two-day Founders Cup of Surfing is held on May 5 and 6, 2018, in a nondescript corner of California's Central Valley, some 100 miles from the Pacific Ocean. Kenneth Morris, World Surf League via AP. John Florence, of Hawaii, will be surfing for Team USA at the upcoming Founders Cup. Photo, WSL. Sean Thompson, a surfing icon, will be honored at the upcoming Founders Cup event. He stands with surf ranch creator and 11-time world champion Kelly Slater. Photo, WSL. John Florence will be surfing for Team USA at the upcoming Founders Cup. Photo, WSL. In this September 2017 photo provided by World Surf League, Future Classic champion and former world champion Gabriel Medina, of Brazil, cuts back on wave during the Future Classic surfing meet in Lemoore, Calif. Surfing star Kelly Slater has not only found what could be the perfect wave but he's created it. Slater will introduce his surf ranch in Lemoore to the world this weekend, when the two-day Founders Cup of Surfing is held on May 5 and 6, 2018, in a nondescript corner of California's Central Valley, some 100 miles from the Pacific Ocean. Kenneth Morris, World Surf League via AP. Huntington Beach surfer Kanoe Igarashi will be surfing for Team World at the upcoming Founders Cup. Photo, WSL. Huntington Beach surfer Kanoe Igarashi will be surfing for Team World for the upcoming Founders Cup. Photo, WSL. South Africa surfer Jordy Smith, who lives in San Clemente, will be captain for Team World. Photo, WSL. Felipe Toledo, a Brazilian who lives in San Clemente, will be competing for Team Brazil in the upcoming Founders Cup. Photo, WSL. Mick Fanning will be heading Team Australia at the upcoming Founders Cup. Photo, WSL. John Florence will be surfing for Team USA at the upcoming Founders Cup. Photo, WSL. But what if you took all of unpredictable variables out of surfing and could create perfect surf delivered like clockwork, a reliable system that pumped out wave after wave in a machine-operated pool? That scenario will play out this weekend as the public gets its first glimpse of the surf ranch, an artificial wave that took 11-time world champion Kelly Slater and his team a decade to perfect. Southern California surfers and others from around the world will flock to the small farming town of Lemoore, just south of Fresno, for the Founders Cup, an exhibition that will showcase how an arena-style surf event could be held about 100 miles from the coast. This could be a pivotal milestone in the sport's evolution, a shift from its saltwater roots to freshwater pools that could take surf competitions away from the ocean and give the culture a bigger reach than ever before. But traditional surfers, many who love the thrill and unpredictability that nature provides, get on board. Nature versus machine. There are plenty of unexpected variables when it comes to surf contests. For example, there's no other professional sport where athletes are at greater risk of running into sharp-toothed predators that may take a bite out of them mid-competition. Australian surfer Mick Fanning faced a shark during a live broadcast during a contest in South Africa in 2015, punching his way to safety. The interruption caused the cancellation of that event. And just a few weeks ago, sharky waters in Western Australia, and 2 attacks on nearby surfers, left some pro surfers on edge, enough for the World Surf League to pull the plug on the Margaret River Pro event in fear for athletes' safety. Former pro surfer Ian Kearns, raised in Western Australia, was in the area doing a tour for his newly released book, Kanga, when the Margaret River Pro was cancelled. Kearns, who rose to prominence in the 70s and helped develop surfing as a major sport, said those risk factors are what surfers thrive on, and if you can't accept those dangers, you shouldn't be a competitive surfer. There's going to be some people who will be timid and not want to go in the water, but there's also a lot of people, me included, that love the idea of being in the wilderness, said Kearns, who lives in Laguna Beach and is going to be honored as one of the founders at this weekend's event. We started surfing because we could be alone, in the wilderness, and because it is dangerous. And that's why we do it. Even Slater, with an obvious financial stake in having wave pools succeed, said while he backed WSL's decision, he would have continued in the contest. Putting a surf contest in a controlled environment also eliminates frustrating factors like waves not showing up, or winds that could mess up the ocean's texture and make surf unrideable. Get injured in bombing, barreling 15-foot waves, and it could be a while until you can get to a hospital, especially if it's one of the more remote, exotic contest locations. Having a wave pool with identical waves running over and over again, and you eliminate some of those inherent uncertainties dealing with nature, and that's where wave pools, along with money and exposure to the mainstream, could have the upper hand over traditional events. An arena-type contest can be broadcast to the masses because there are set times. The WSL announced earlier this week it secured a media partnership with CBS, which will air a portion of the upcoming wave pool contest live. Popular sports website Bleacher Report will stream the entire event live. For traditional contests, that kind of television coverage is nearly impossible, due to an unpredictable schedule of when a contest will happen, with the top events having waiting periods for when the best swell is expected to show. Many times, organizers don't make a call to run until the morning of the event, and securing television coverage has historically been a challenge. Then, there's the impacts on the carbon footprint that hosting a surf contest has on a delicate coastal ecosystem. Since 2011, several surf events have tried to be more environmentally friendly, but creating mega sites on the sand and bringing thousands of people to nature has its inherent negative impacts. One way the surf industry has tried to have less of an impact on the environment is by earning Deep Blue event status, with about 30 events so far earning the eco-friendly designation by the non-profit Sustainable Surf, which aims at making the entire surf industry better at caring for the environment. Some examples: making events free of plastic straws, sourcing at least 25% of the total event power from renewable energy, and using cleaner carbon fuel vehicles for internal operations. But it's unclear if man-made waves are any better for the environment. How much pollution will be caused by the expected thousands of spectators driving for hours to get to the event? And while the surf ranch is powered by 100% renewable energy, according to news reports, there's still a cost in the construction of machines that create giant waves, when in nature, they show up on their own, for free. Surfers Disneyland so far, experienced surfers say the rancher's wave is the closest version to those in the ocean. For decades prototypes have popped up, but most wave pools run more like a river, the water pumping up toward the surfers. None have gotten the wave to mimic nature's ocean wave action, until now. Related, how Kelly Slater made a perfect wave on a ranch in Lemoore San Clemente. Surfer Nate Yeomans would have never thought his best day of surfing would be far from the ocean, calling the wave the eighth world wonder in Surfers Disneyland. Just last week, Yeomans joined World Tour surfer and friend Pat Gudauskas, also of San Clemente, at the wave pool. He was there to coach and film, but was eventually given a turn to try the wave. "All I can say is that place is absolutely incredible," Yeomans wrote in his Instagram review. "I never would have imagined one of the raddest surfing days of my life would be in a pool. None of the current wave pools sprouting up around the world have had the nod of surfing's elite that the surf ranch has been able to garner, possibly in part because it's spearheaded by one of the most respected surfers on the planet. Exclusivity has also given it an air of prestige." Slater unveiled the wave in late 2015, and had the surf world scrambling to get a peek of the secret spot. Some tried to road trip to the remote location in Central California, only to be shooed away by security guards and discouraged by fences blocking views of the pool. In September of 2017, there was a private, invite-only event that gave a glimpse at what an event would look like, but the general public only got to see videos online. Its mystery has endured, until this weekend when the public for the first time will get an up-close look at it. Other than being a surf industry insider, the only other way to score waves at the surf ranch is to fork over $10,000, a fee that includes a one-hour session, VIP tickets to the weekend events, a videographer capturing your surf session and other perks. The private sessions, to be held on Monday after the pro contest ends, are sold out. CEO of USA Surfing Greg Cruz, who is heading to Lemoore Saturday to watch the event, has heard nothing but positive things about the surf ranch wave, worth every penny for those who have it, considering what surfers historically have gone through to search for perfect waves, he said. I've spent $10,000 traveling to Indonesia looking for waves like that. After traveling for 30 hours and being on a boat for 2 weeks, you don't always get waves, he said. But this is guaranteed. Stadium versus sand. For some who have no hopes of actually riding the wave, watching from afar will be just fine. Dana Point surfer Rick Ergonieff is passing on the event this weekend. I honestly think there's a great place for a surfing wave like that, and more of them around the globe. But to travel to a location, spend that kind of money and go watch, to me, that's torture, he said. There's a place for surfing to be a spectator sport, but the way I like it, toes in the sand, enjoying the breeze, and you can still get wet, that can't happen at the wave pool, because you have to have a golden ticket, or a lot of money to buy your way in. But, if I got the invite to go surf, I would, he added. Even Kearns, who tested the pool out last year and raved about its quality, said nothing can replace that beach contest experience. It's a day for a parent like him to pull his kid out of school for a special surf trip to the beach. For the WSL to cancel the Hurley Pro at Lower Trestles and replace it with a stop at Lemoore was a bad call, he said. Canceling Lowers, you've taken away that opportunity for a surfing dad to bond with his family, he said. Kearns also wonders if the artificial surf wave model is economically feasible. How many customers will pay for waves at the surf ranch? Pro surfer Shane Beshan is teaming with the operators of CityWave, a smaller-scale pool that can be placed in hotels and malls. It's fun. That has an economic model, Karen said. The amount of money to build Kelly's pool, where you have a wave in every 4 minutes. I'm an arithmetic guy. If they don't make that thing break even, at least, it will be gone. 2020 Olympics and beyond. Cruz said plans to build a wave pool are in the works in Japan for the 2020 Olympics, but whether they can get it done in time is unclear. Cruz, who is spearheading the United States surf team for the Olympics, believes the debut of surfing in the Olympics will be held, at least this first year, at the beach and not in a wave pool. He's been to Japan 4 times as planning gets underway, and in order for the surfing portion of the competition to happen in a wave pool, it must be built by 2019, he said. And it has to be tested and approved by the International Surfing Association, Olympic committees and the athletes. He said there is a chance a wave pool, if built, would be used as a backup venue in case surf doesn't show. But showcasing the beaches shines a spotlight on Japan's coast for audiences around the world. The reason Japan added surfing, they wanted to highlight their beaches and surf, their natural surf, Cruz said. Part of surfing's allure and challenges as a competitor is being able to read the ocean, the tides and swell directions, strategically figuring out the right spot to sit in to outsmart your competition, he said. But then there's the perks of having consistent, perfect man-man waves where competitors can showcase their talent on an even playing field, much like a snowboard course. They are both surfing, he said. Outside of the competition arena, for the everyday surfer, part of the thrill of surfing is hunting waves. Surfers spend a lifetime learning about conditions, how to read forecasts and plotting out adventures, challenging themselves in rougher conditions, trying to satisfy an adrenaline-infused high of scoring perfect surf. If finding perfect waves becomes as easy as buying a ticket, like an amusement park, what becomes of surfing's endless pursuit? And how about for inlanders who only know the wave pool? Will they thirst for more, flocking to already crowded surf breaks after getting a taste of what surfing is all about? Cruz wonders if their skills from the pool will translate to the ocean. He can't help but chuckle at the foresight in the plot of the 80s surf cult classic North Shore, where the winner of a wave pool contest in Arizona makes his way to the North Shore of Hawaii, getting pummeled by waves and locals along his journey to eventually winning a big contest. With a surf ranch already planned for Florida and other kinds of wave pools popping up around the world, surfing is destined to soon be more than just a coastal activity. Wave pools will be everywhere, and surfing will be not just for people who live by the coast, he said. Anyone will be able to surf.